pleased and would like to meet you again.
Is that a good thing?
Of course, although I'm starting to think that Diaz was responsible for our unfortunate loss.
What makes you say that?
One does not wave accusations at a man like Diaz. I'm merely thinking out loud. No matter. I have a proposal that you could profit.
I don't have time to run more errands, Cortez.
I would have thought a man with such dangerous dates would be hungry for opportunities. Please, Tommy, at least hear me out.
Go on.
I have a buyer for a piece of military hardware that is being taken through town. Pick it up for me. Once you get it, I want you to call me immediately. Then...
Damn lied. They called me Wet Fart.
They called me the Bat because my voice didn't break until I was 19.
So, Mr. Shrub, I take it you don't believe in regulation.
I believe in giving people a chance, not tying them down with lots of needless regulations. The fact is, business is run by moral people who won't do anything illegal or try to get rich quickly.
But since you got elected, Vice City has been characterized by a government who cut aid to the poor, offer tax breaks to the rich, and pay people to dump toxic waste near schools.
Yes, we've made a lot of progress.
And up on Capitol Hill, you were instrumental in pushing through a bill allowing the manufacture and sale of Giggle Cream, a dessert with potential lethal consequences.
Not true. Only 23 people have died, and several of them probably deserved it.
So, with people being set such a bad example by big business, how are they supposed to respect each other, to act safely in society? And how are they policed by a demoralized and underfunded police force?
Well, I'm afraid that's apparently quite a difficult question, but my solution is easy. I'm gonna talk for a long time about a subject not in any way related, and pretty soon people will forget all about it. I'll remind people that I have a great haircut, and that under my stewardship, Vice City has had on average...
Convoy! Halt! Get that civilian vehicle out of our way! Sir, moving vehicle, sir!
Turn the graph upside down.
Okay, platoon, moving out!
They have under me, Alex Shrub. Vote
Convoy! Halt! Get that civilian vehicle out of our way! Sir, moving vehicle, sir! Okay, platoon, moving out!
Photo opportunity.
Convoy! Halt! Get that civilian vehicle out of our way! Sir, moving vehicle, sir! Okay, platoon, moving out! Convoy! Halt! Okay, platoon, moving out! Convoy! Halt! Civilian, move away from the tank! I said, move away! Immediately!
Me in charge, you know I look good and I have a very supercilious manner. Besides which, I've been abroad and I prefer it here because I'm a man of the people. Vote Shrub. You'll get richer and you won't feel guilty about it.
Enough! We're running out of time, and you completely failed to answer the question.
I'm a professional. That's my job.
And Mr. Hickory, what about you?
All right, these problems are typical of what happens with an open border to the north. The state is filling up with trash. People who can't tell the difference between a swamp and a marsh. Guys who don't know the first thing about the legality of marrying within the family. That's why we need... Spades, go into your garden, start digging as deep and as far as you can. Pretty soon the whole state will be flooded and ruined, and then they'll have to leave. We must build a moat to the north or they will come down and ruin this great state.
And Mr. Hickory, were you born?
I've been born in Florida since 1877, but I've been here for 5 years, which is a very long time.
Yes, it is. A very long time. Almost as long as this show. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez, presiding over some of the least informed debate on the radio. In this episode of Pressing the Issue, we had Alex Shrub, Callum Crayshaw, and John Florida Hickory discussing safety. I guess you've all got to make up your own minds. Should we be as wet as fish or a corrupt money-grabbing thief? Gentlemen, I feel we really got somewhere, and that Vice City and people everywhere know a lot more than they did before we began. And now, over to Jonathan and Melissa to talk to you about public radio in your area.
You're listening to VCPR, the radio station for disoriented and unrealistic college professors who wear fuzzy sweaters and find everything terribly interesting. I'm Michelle Montanius.
And I'm Jonathan Freeloader. Public radio is very important. You may have heard my recent hour-long story about my hike in the park.
That was fascinating and very important for everyone, even the blind. Play a selection, Jonathan.
I think this is the part where I came to the big tree.
I almost felt like I was there. You won't get this kind of nauseating detail on commercial radio. VCPR is 100% commercial free. Absolutely nothing interrupts your enjoyment of our fine programming and ability to tackle the important things like Jonathan's walk in the park. But we need you. Think of yourself as a member of this station, except you aren't allowed in the doors. That's an important metaphor for life.
Yes, how wonderful would it be to own an hour of this radio station? We just got an enormous pledge from Farewell Red.
Okay, platoon, moving out!
Respond to it. 10, 1, East, de La Habana. There is a 10, 19, East, de La Habana. Suspect on foot. Protect 10, 21, East, de La Habana. Respond to it. 10, 19.
Nothing wrong now?
De La Habana. Protect 10, 19, East, de La Habana. Respond to it. 10, 21, East, de La Habana. Respond to it. 10, 24, East, de La Habana. Suspect proximity now. marijuana. Super, thank you.
Definitely fresh. For all you fly guys and fly girls, 2 ones and 2 vets. Check it out your own wild style. Now stay out of trouble and stay out of that other man's car. Stay away from all those older men, girl. Super Rocky Mr. Magic. Keep it moving, yo. It's Wild Style on Pirate Radio. What?
I would lie to you. I want you to get ready to get on, because I got some old shit to talk tonight.
I'm the only man that can rock the world. Come with me and let me get it here. I've been looking at you for a while with your big round ass and a pretty smile. Every guy brings sex, but your man is weak. Can't satisfy me. I'm the freak. If you want a real man, the man is me. Come into my world, I'm your fantasy. Cross where you're going is into my world. Get out.
Civilian in the tank, stop it!
Security protocol. Delta India and Vehicle self-destruct.